Okay, welcome everybody to the Planning and Infrastructure Committee, Wednesday the 1st of July 2026, including welcome to anyone watching online. Please can everybody make sure their mobile phones are off. And we may start with apologies.
We have apologies from the Chair, Councillor Alban, who has a personal commitment, and Councillor Nixie may be joining us, but she's got a meeting come up at work, and it'll depend what time she manages to get away from work, whether she can join us.
Declarations of interest.
Yes, I'd like to declare there's an item on the agenda that is an actual fact next to where I live. Yes, Liverpool lawn. Yeah.
And the minutes. Are there any comments on the minutes of the last meeting? I propose that they're accepted. Seconded. All those in favour? That's everyone. And then the local plan timetable, are you going to introduce that?
Yes, only. Thank you. So this is just letting members know that Thanet District Council is embarking on a new local plan, and this is the timetable that they now need to meet in the current scheme of how local plans take place. One thing that is interesting is how this is going to tie in with when there is a unitary authority. And I think, I forget which way round it is, but I think Dover's is done and doesn't need to be renewed for a few years. Possibly Canterbury's is fairly new. It is something that the unitary authorities at some point are going to have to work out, where you've got all these plans that have been made on different policies, how to amalgamate them together. But at the moment, this is just that TDC is going through the process, and we've got the timetable that they now need to work to.
I note its adoption is February 2029, and the unitary is 2028. Yes.
Yeah, can I ask what's the difference between the old plan and the new plan? Or is that too much detail?
I have to say, I get I'll say,
we've had so many plans, so many full starts, and I've got all the paperwork at home, so it just.
It's just a new phase, isn't it? Yes, it's just a new phase, so they have to start a new plan, don't they?
Yep. What I'll do, I'll see if Adrian Beryl at TDC can give us the highlights of how it's going to be different, other than just the fact that it's expiring and it's time for a new one. Be helpful.
It is supposed to be the unitary then by the 16th.
Chair, can I just ask about the local government reorganisation? Is there a deadline in July, or is that being postponed to about August? We're talking about it, but we don't know whether it's going to take off or not. So everybody's surmising, and that's
the middle of July.
No, I think later that. I think we're going to get some detail about August. I think.
Well, let's hear what the first announcement, which should be by the 16th when Parliament breaks for the summer. Okay. So we note, please. We note the local draft plan timetable, please. And the only other question is how it fits in with our neighbourhood plan. Does it not at all?
Our neighbourhood plan is still current, correct. We won't have to stop and redo ours. It will still carry over.
It's no change for us, is there really?
Yeah.
Okay. Item 5. Over to the town clerk.
Thank you. So the first application is at 8 Liverpool Lawn. Application for listed building consent for the replacement of uplighters to front elevation. This has been called in by Councillor Nixie, who is querying if appropriate for a conservation area and may cause a light pollution issue for neighbours. So this is the before and after. So this is before, and this is what it now is. But what I'm not sure about is, possibly if Councillor Nixie has seen this herself, I don't know. Are they pointing in a direction that
They point up.
we're happy with?
They point up. And to have it was a problem, but obviously we would be advised by Councillor Codrington as to.
About this because I live there.
I
so-
can, I've walked down there and I think we should get the whole lot done and it would. Our town's life.
Okay, well, I went to look at them. I think they're very lumpen fixings. Why do they want them at all? I know they're just replacement ones. I don't think there are any objections from neighbours about light pollution. No, is anyone else?
We didn't see anything. I can give you the history behind how this has come to planning, TDC planning. They've had lights for ages on here. And somebody who left it, who lived further up, who actually moaned about the colour of the yellow lines that were put over there, decided just as they were leaving that they'd report this to TDC planning. So the owners of this property have done everything they should. TDC obviously we've then requested paperwork. They requested a full planning application, which they've done. But really, the whole thing is on the back of a neighbour who left and decided they would create mischief.
That's not relevant.
Well, it sort of is relevant, but
No, it's not relevant to a planning decision. That's somebody's done that.
It's not too intrusive, I will say that. It's not.
Yes.
If you know what's the difference, and spot the difference.
Well, again, Chair, I walk down there and I'm more offended by the alarm boxes than I am that stuff. And I don't think there's any satellite dishes. There's no satellite dishes on there. There's no UPVC windows along there. There is.
Is it improved?
I don't think it's not an improvement, but I don't think it's a detriment either. And if nobody's moaned about it.
Well, I think that's lovely. Why do they want them?
That's not a planning matter, is it?
Is there a purpose for putting
I've got no idea.
in the front of your building?
No idea. I mean, that building is spotless. They keep that building.
And the building had lights before, that's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
It's replacement, yes, it's not like something new that they suddenly just saw.
Are they lights that shine down the steps?
They go up.
They go upwards.
Around that.
It's purple. They
And
go
I've got them in our house, it's quite nice.
I mean, I do agree that the wiring is lumpy, and that's because they were existing. I think if they were modern, then it would be hidden.
Okay, well, I propose we say your comment.
No,
Seconded in favour. Yeah.
And the next application, I believe that actually can be withdrawn.
yes,
It's the wrong thing on the agenda.
Or we could just say no comment.
Yeah. Yes, again, you looked to the ward councillors and we didn't think there was any problem with it.
We have a little discussion between ourselves. What do you think of this?
Yeah.
And number 3, we want to land to the east of New Haine Road. And so this is, at the moment, it's to allow for alterations to land use layout, phasing, height of nursery building and drainage strategy. So the overall application itself is approved. These are amendments. And you can see this is the previous application, which was approved.
Could you point it up with the nursery?
This
Oh, yes,
L
there,
here.
sure.
And look at the H top left. And it's So they've changed that.
Is that the medical centre?
And where's the children's nursery?
Children's nursery is here.
So it's smaller than it was.
And what is interesting is somebody has put in a big objection to changing the layout due to the main road. So I can't see that it's, the children's nursery is nearer the main road, but it's not actually. So without reading the whole report, yes, I think you mentioned. So the previous mentioned.
And then also the assisted living area, it now looks smaller, more parking.
And the bottom bit's smaller as well. Everything's smaller.
And the phasing was different as well.
So this is before initially. Primary care facility. Is that the doctor surgery, primary care facility? Wouldn't know. Is that where Eastcliff practice is meant to be moving to, the Grange? That's changed.
That's not have less buildings.
So it's a primary care centre there.
It was up there, wasn't it, on the
It's
first?
gone. Current, that's a,
The primary care facility is the.
The light purple is commercial,
Right,
so it looks like there's more commercial.
yeah.
Yellow is also commercial.
I think medical centre's gone.
Dark purple is the nursing home.
So what's happened to the medical centre?
Medical centre is orange.
Medical centre is the small one on the right-hand end at the top, where all the parking is.
The medical centre's gone.
The medical centre is there, but it's at the far end. It's, if you look on number 4, Laura, there, but it's at the far end at the top, the right-hand end at the top.
It looks like it was an L shape.
Yes, and it's just a little rectangle with a lot of parking.
I,
So it's
Oh, hang on, primary care facility there, yes.
yes, but that includes car parking,
Yeah,
which seems to be taking up more space, which it probably needs to.
Because it's not on the loop.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does concern me, while we're enticing everything up the Westwood Cross, it's chaos up there anyway. But more chaos up there, it really is. I mean, with care homes that are probably struggling, this is a 78-room care home, isn't it, as well? Everything dumped up there, it's, the older person can't get there unless the buses go up there. What land is that being used? Is that open farm land that was? Or I hope it's not encroaching on Jackie Baker's that was gifted to Ramsgate.
Next door.
Where the principle of it is already
Agreed.
I know, but
yeah, I mean, you may be unhappy about that. We're actually looking at the fact they moved everything around. And I'm curious why they need more commercial stuff.
yeah.
Especially given there's empty units up there.
Yes, yes.
Chair, if you look at the old Westwood Cross, the old commercial side, there's a tip up there. There's enough room up there to improve all that. All we're losing here is so much, it's chaotic. I went to Margate the other day, and it took me 3/4 hour to get along. And all I want to get is Ramsgate and Margate. This is just, it's overload up at Westwood Cross. It's at the town centre enforcement bit.
I appreciate what you're saying, but as I've just said,
That's fine.
it's the principle that is already agreed.
I mean, there doesn't seem to be any clear rationale for the changes. Because they're quite substantial changes, aren't they?
There is a report.
Yeah.
That I have not read, which I probably should have read. But the guy, I think it's a man, the person who's objecting to these changes has read the report. And it's quite interesting what he says. So I think we need a motion saying that the rationale behind the changes need to be looked at.
Yes.
Yes.
Because they are significant changes. They're not just
Yes,
changes.
there are significant changes.
You've got reduction in size,
Yes,
change of position.
Primary care facility.
yes.
Chair, and one of the biggest problems that nobody's waking up to is the water problem. We haven't got the water. We keep building, building, building. We haven't got the water.
No, we
That probably won't come in.
Even the minister has now admitted to it.
we appreciate that, but
If you look at 2 images, there's also a loss of green area.
I think so, yes, because there are fewer trees and less green area, more parking.
okay, so I'm proposing that the rationale behind this seems
Unclear.
opaque, yes, unclear.
I like that.
And
Okay, that's good.
we're concerned about the changes and the rationale seem unclear. And I do appreciate what people say about the water and the cars and everything. But if Southern Water have said there is enough, yes, I know they may be lying, in your opinion, but
Well, you see it every day on the news, don't
But if we can't legally object, yeah,
Yeah, after our TDC planning, I asked Ian if he would send us that link to the Southern Water 4-year plan that's in review at the moment. So I'm quite happy to share that with this group.
Yes,
I think that would be really useful.
but that planning application, Southern Water has said it was okay. And they, going back and asking them again, will not make them say something different, unfortunately.
Well, we need to evidence that they're issues according to their own review. That is
you?
why.
Chair, can I just mention, water is the biggest problem. It's worth more than gold in oil. Some water companies use hundreds of thousands of gallons of water to clean all the solar panels. And in the meantime, they're delivering bottles of water to houses. You know what I mean? We haven't got that balance right.
We do appreciate
Yeah.
that there is
Still the same, it was a big
a
discussion.
water problem, but that cannot be a reason for us for TDC to turn it down if Southern Water say it's okay. They may be lying through their teeth. I don't know.
Chair, Southern Water are all onto themselves. We've had that problem in Ramsgate 20 years plus.
Well, they,
I think we all agree we're all on the same side and we have to evidence it, maybe using their own report.
Anyway, we've said what we said.
okay, so my motion is, we fail to understand the rationale.
Yes.
So the rationale behind the changes needs to be considered. Currently, the reason is opaque and we're concerned.
Yes.
Great. Like that one.
Can I vote against it because it is a concern and nobody's taking any notice of saying it. I mean, build. I mean, what we've got.
You're voting against us saying we're concerned about it, so that's not right, is it? That's
what we're saying.
We're all saying we're worried about
It's a
it.
bigger picture than us sitting here with it.
yeah, but we're all saying we're worried about it, and you're going to vote against that.
I don't understand.
I'm voting against the whole tales of Westwood Cross and that being put up.
No, that is not what that's
We won't discuss that today.
We're discussing this application and saying we're worried about it, so,
We agree with you.
and we agree
I
that
don't go to it.
I never do.
But in
Yeah.
principle, I mean, this is a care home we're talking about, primary care facility. I mean, these are all things we need, aged care home, children's nursery,
Yeah.
primary care facility.
Yeah.
But
We're worried about the changes, yeah.
Yes. So that motion, are we all in favour, seconded in favour of? There we go.
And next is, if there are going to be potentially 150 people living in the area, what section 106 recommendations do we think could be made to, were needed to help these people live in the area?
We don't normally get to, no. We should, maybe we should.
Are there safe footpaths through them? Safe footpaths
Footpaths, crossings,
through the EV chargers,
dropped curbs.
mobility chargers?
Mobility, yeah.
And I'd say lighting.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lighting is a big issue.
good quality.
It's okay planting trees, but there's no care. How many trees around Tank are dead, dying?
Yeah.
Nobody takes any care.
Bins.
Safe crossing as well.
Well, build it in with the, I mean, these companies making millions of pounds.
And access to public transport.
Oh, maybe they should have a bus, a minibus.
Yeah. They have got something about access to a cycle path and whatever, but
Well, they're
it's not very
going to be
clear.
cycling
Well, they might be.
from the supported living
They might have.
notation.
Okay.
So, Chair, is that a motion that to TDC section 106 officer, I suggest that safe footpaths, crossing, mobility charging, lighting and access to public transport, beacons, dropped curbs.
Would hope they do that anyway.
Yeah, more than one crossing.
I needed to,
Crossings.
Yeah.
for this development.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just say, anything that doesn't cost Ramsgate Town Council money or KCC, I mean, these businesses are making millions of pounds on the back of prime land up there. Prime land.
An outdoor gym would be a good idea because
Outdoor gym.
if you've got a care home,
Good idea, yeah.
outdoor gym, especially with the adults, with supported living adults, and also, okay, the nursing home people, depending on how ill they are. But if you're in a care home, you could walk around the corner and have a little walk
Yeah.
outdoors.
Yeah.
And bottles of water when it's stuck in the queue of traffic.
Okay.
And the fourth application, so it's the same site. Let me go back to 3. So we're now focusing on this area, which is the commercial space.
I wonder what the difference
That's been reduced.
to commercial space.
So, again, there is planning permission, but they're now asking for approval of appearance, landscaping, layout and scale of storage unit. So this is the larger site that you were just looking at. And within there, you've got this commercial area. And there it is, within the larger site.
How many parking spots in that commercial area? Is it just one big unit?
Yes.
That almost feels as if they've changed it to build it for something.
Visuals are very difficult to understand.
Yes. There seems to be less green stuff around here.
Yes.
So are there adequate parking spaces? Well, that's quite big, isn't it?
I was just thinking that.
It's like 3 stories.
Yeah, more chaos, more traffic. And we keep on ticking boxes up there.
Let's see. So it seems to be that there's 12 parking spaces.
Yeah. Depends what you're doing. It's like a storage place.
Self-storage unit, so a place where you go and
Yeah.
I don't,
put your stuff.
is it?
Actually, you don't go to them very often, actually, because there's already one further back that I've used. And actually, it's only, you don't get a mass of people.
On a Cornwall Lane,
It
isn't
just
it?
be people going to a unit,
Yes.
putting stuff in, and then most people forget it, that they've got all this stuff, and 10 years down the line, they sell it all.
I don't think it's designated for that, but it could be.
It's got pictures of trucks there, hasn't it?
Yes.
It says self-storage unit in part of the design, but I don't know whether that's what they mean. I don't really understand it.
Again, could we say
Rationality, opaque.
with light,
More detail, more landscaping. More explanation of what it's saying.
Because it
what
says,
that's going to be?
sorry. So it does say in the mix there, self-storage unit.
That's really.
It's not very easy to follow, I'm afraid.
Okay, up there, when you've got that place built, you're not going to just have those come up. You're going to get anyone that want to park up there legally. There will, if there's 12 car parking spaces, there'll be 25 cars just dumped on vans or trucks. It never looks like that. That's a wonderful picture. We live in the real world. You go out there, there's chaos.
it's not built yet, so
It's 4 stories high.
yes, that's right. Yeah. Well, these sheds, essentially,
I'd like to see the height of that building in comparison with some of the other units.
Yes.
I mean, I think the school is 3 stories high. I mean, it could be the same height, but just divided up differently.
they're never particularly attractive buildings.
It looks like
These storage houses.
Looks like the visuals of the other buildings look like they're 3 stories.
Maybe it's a new idea.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a lovely sight to look at? Look at that big black wall of warehouse.
I think it's blue.
There's no way to capture water, big retention, no solar panels. You know, we've got to be looking at 2027, 28.
All of that.
Okay, so, well, shall we say we're worried about the massing of the building,
Yes.
and lack of detail,
and comparison concerning the height of the building.
Yes.
yeah, just the lack of detail I mean, I imagine what goes on in there is not decided, so until they get somebody to sign up for it. So in the meantime, it is a bit of a white, blue and yellow elephant.
Right down the bottom here, it says, sorry, Chairman, colour scheme, bold blue to match the Storage King branding,
Oh,
as if the tenant is Storage King.
Right.
okay.
But that's a bit in your face though.
Yes.
Okay, we could also say it needs softening with landscape.
Landscaping. And as Trevor suggests, we could recommend
I mean, how
this and the others, solar panels, water
yeah.
retention, all those kinds of things that would not only be beneficial to the development, but also help soften the outline.
And also, how far is it away from residential development up there? Because this is pretty in your face, isn't it?
Yes, it's very in your face and it's,
Is there a site plan?
Yes.
Is it a site plan?
on the,
If we go back to this,
Yes.
so it's here.
But what I'm talking about, a site plan where it sits, what's around it?
Yes.
Is it all commercial around it?
just across the,
Is the housing around it?
so where it says Queen Estates at the top, that's where Sainsbury's is, I think, isn't it?
Yes, it's very close to Sainsbury's.
Yes,
Yes,
it's next to the nursery. What's that bottom one is commercial as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So Yes, this is the storage key, and it's described as commercial use.
Yes, that's commercial. And what's the
That's
rest?
nursery, that's care home, that's assisted living.
And that's the
And
primary.
that's in the primary care centre.
And what's that grey area around the other commercial?
This one,
Yeah.
I think it's parking.
No, is it?
Oh, no, so this is that's parking. Right.
So just that, just two small strips down there.
Lack of clarity.
Yep.
But you said before it'd be lack of clarity over.
Opaque, you said.
Opaque.
Like opaque, yeah.
I would have thought they'd already been in talks with TDC planners, but who knows? So do we have,
Same as before, I think, but we've added the bulk of it. We're worried about the bulk of it in relation to the rest of the site.
Yeah.
And whatever's around it.
So we have concerned about the mass and the height.
Yeah.
Soften with landscaping, add water retention.
Yeah.
Solar panels.
Probably not within them.
So tiny.
Just no reason to build any commercial building without solar panels these days. Ridiculous.
yeah. Okay, is everyone in favour of that?
Yeah.
I'll second it.
And then there's a special motion for consideration that due to that an application that was meant to go on the agenda but didn't make it.
So we suspend the,
That's Liverpool one.
I'm so tired.
Right. So you're asked to consider, first of all, are you prepared to consider planning application ending 0518 for 23 to 25 Cavendish Street?
Yes.
If you would like to do so, please can I ask you to suspend standing order 9B, that no motion may be moved at a meeting unless it is on the agenda.
so I propose that.
I'll second it.
All in favour to suspend, right.
Unfortunately, there wasn't time to prepare the application in the usual way, so we're now looking at the original documents.
Let's see the proposed ground.
But this is existing, and this is proposed. And I understand that Councillor Austin's reason for calling in was to look at bin stores and cycle bays, which are here.
I've noticed on some of the plans that have been now, because we've now got these separate recycling, that some of the applications are actually putting recycling and household and food. So it would be, they do seem to have, is there adequate storage? I mean, the waste team, no. So it's there.
So it's going to be this, I think, this area.
It looks like it's going to be in a covered area.
What it is at the moment, by the look of things.
There is a piece of land on the other side of the building, there with that blue car and silver cars, which doesn't seem to be part of this proposal.
It's blank, isn't it, on the proposal, so it's probably parking. But not, oh no, it's not.
Yes, here,
Yes.
this area.
Yeah, are the owners of that building letting it go to be in there?
They're selling it, yeah. They've been selling it for a while.
They're going to sell it without planning application.
Well, I fail to understand why that is being disposed of and they're moving into these terrace of 3 or 4 houses with,
Because it's money.
well,
It's
yes,
money.
That's why they're keeping the space then for their own parking.
yeah.
So I would, although it's in the sustainable zone, I would suggest that the building did have parking. So why isn't that parking stayed with the application?
May I say, I think there's an error here. We can't pull up the block plan
Actually, that's true. I looked at these.
Document unavailable.
and we can't open the location plan. I was trying to find something that showed
Yeah.
that parking
No,
area.
there was quite a lot that wasn't available.
And the biggest problem with planning at the moment, I don't think you have to supply car parking. That's down to the ordinary resident.
It's in the sustainable
To do with it,
zone.
in the
No,
sustainable
you don't here.
You just park anywhere you can.
But given the building did have existing parking, that's now been taken away.
It's, you're supposed to get the bus.
Or a bike. I don't have a problem with the building because it's basically staying the same.
Yes.
I was, if it expanded out, then I would have had a problem. I think the only issue I have is, will the bin store be covered? Will the bin store be within a covered area? Because otherwise it becomes a fly tipping.
Can we see?
And it is.
I would mind it a better look at some of this. Is there a proposed basement plan? Can we see that one? Because it's like a semi-basement. Well, can we say, there's not enough detail? We're concerned about the lack, well, I'm not, but the committee is concerned about the lack of parking and the unavailability of some of the details.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there a second for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all in favour? Also,
May I suggest that if significant documents are not available, TDC needs to reset that, make the documents available and reset their timescale.
yes, yes.
Very good suggestion. Is there a biodiversity net gain plan? This will happen, even if it's 10%, even if you've got to stick a tree in there or a bush or even a plant in a pot.
Do you get biodiversity or change of use?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think I have to check that one out.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs somewhere to live, and it's a lovely building. Will it stay a lovely building, or will it become a tip? Rubbish all over the place. I mean, we sit here on TVC, but there's nobody ever goes around and keeps these places tidy.
That's down to the landlord.
Oh, I know, but we're sitting there and
There are
We
some
can't
good
do any,
landlords.
yeah, we can't do any more of what we're doing, yeah.
No, I mean, that is
Yeah.
relevant, but it's not a planning matter.
we're talking about having a waste site or somewhere.
Well, it could be.
It looks as if it's enclosed waste site,
Yes.
which is what we need. That's the law,
We
actually,
can't
outside.
refuse something on the basis that it might become messy later. You know that.
There's a good mix of because I think there's a one bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and then 3
Yeah.
bedrooms. So it's a good mix.
And it's retaining the original exterior.
Oh, 7, so none of them will be social.
Yeah, and is there any outdoor space for them? Do they have to have outdoor space?
No,
No.
some of them have got Juliet balconies.
So, Juliet. It means it's not a balcony. It's just.
It means they can also snow all the way down. Yeah, we can say there is not enough in.
Oh yeah, they're made Juliet balcony.
So we wonder about the existing parking.
It's quite a handsome building, actually.
It is a handsome building.
Do you think it is?
Yeah, I do. It's all balconies.
I don't think those balconies are meant to be there.
Not really, are they? No. And the semi-basement, I mean, it should be all.
Never seen them used.
But they have got plants in there.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to see them put their banana trees.
Yeah.
I mean, they could easily do a bike and bin store with a green roof.
Yeah. Yeah. I said there's one in Walthamstow, it's a brilliant bin store.
Have you been to Waltham Forest Town Hall?
Yeah, I was born there. It's a marvellous Art Deco building.
It's not really Art Deco, it's.
Whatever it is, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been recently.
Step granddaughter got married there.
I think it's called, what's it called? Something Plaza now.
It's amazing, but it was really,
You know, they're building all the way around it and down to the marshland at the bottom.
it's, what's it called? New Romanticism, 1939.
It's
Jay, can I just ask you?
Yes,
I mean, it's a beautiful building. I'd hate to see that fencing taken away so they can park their cars up there.
no, I think the fencing's
Well,
there.
you say no, but nobody ingests them.
Well, it would be on the planning application if they were going to.
That's if it was good.
I mean, it's conservation area,
It's very unavailable. Yeah, they can't just rip them out.
so they can't just, there don't seem to be any objections.
We won't do it until we've got someone living there and that's a bit noisy.
Mm-hmm.
You won't have any objections until people start living there and they're making the noise. But it's not down to us.
Well, that's not down to us. We'd never do anything. If we always considered the worst possible scenario.
I quite like it. They've stated the original, the existing footprint. So there's no expansion of it. It's a town centre development, so it doesn't necessarily need parking. And people, it's, you know, it's got a good mix of properties. The waste store is there.
Like stories.
You just need a really good landlord.
Oh, and they kept the access to that door in the gable wall of the terrace below. Oh, so that flat.
That's one flat, that's the one bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a one bedroom flat, I mean, it's a bit mean, man. Does anybody live in a one bedroom flat?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I lived in a studio flat. Studio flat, yeah.
You don't need it.
It was lovely, it was great, really easy.
I'm looking forward to moving back.
That never happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the date and time of the next meeting.
So may I just confirm, was the recommendation to request an extension to
Yes,
TDC to upload the documents, but if not possible, we're so we were pleased with the waste site and pleased that there's no expansion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all built in existing footprint.
But we want to be able to see the rest of the documents.
And the date of the next meeting is Wednesday, the 5th of August at 7 p.m. So we're not having